Senator Bob Menendez files for independent run in New Jersey amid corruption trial. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 New Jersey Senate race because everyone, it appears that Democrat Senator Bob Menendez will run for re-election, but not as a Democrat, but as an independent. And I know, there's been some speculation about this for months now, but it appears that as of now, Bob Menendez will run for re-election as an independent, and it gives Republicans, quite frankly, their best opportunity in decades to win a Senate seat in New Jersey. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, I do want to be clear that just because Menendez is running for re-election, it does give Republicans a boost. Let's be clear, it does. Because you do have two Democrats running for the Senate seat. That doesn't mean Republicans will win the Senate seat. In fact, I still think at the end of the day, Andy Kim is the favorite. But Democrats still don't want to run the risk of, hey, having two Democrats run for one seat when there's only one Republican running in a state like New Jersey, which, yeah, it's a Democrat state, but it's not as Democrat as, say, Maryland, where it's like a D+30 state. It's like a D+15 state. So, let's get into it. Democrat Senator Bob Menendez, who's currently on trial on 16 counts, filed Monday to run for re-election as an independent, threatening to become a spoiler in the race that Democrats would not normally fret about. Menendez, who's 70, filed with 2,400 petition signatures according to the New Jersey Division of Elections. He needed 800. So in other words, if he decides to go forward with this, which there's a possibility he doesn't, we just got to see, but if he does, he has enough signatures. He has triple the amount he needed. So even if Democrats, try to kick off, let's say, half of the signatures, he would still have 400 more than needed. So more than likely, yeah, if Menendez runs, for sure, again, there's a possibility he doesn't, he will be on the ballot. Menendez announced in March that he would not seek re-election as a Democrat, but said he was hopeful that my exoneration will take place this summer and allow me to pursue my candidacy as an independent Democrat in the general election. And in other words, he knew he had no pathway to win the primary. He had none. The reality is, Andy Kim was going to win the primary even when Murphy was running. Right? That's a fact. He was going to be the nominee more than likely. So Menendez decided, you know what? I'm not going to run as a Democrat, but I might run as an independent. We just got to see. Well, we now know, yeah, he's running. Menendez told reporters Monday afternoon that he looked forward to proving his innocence and campaigning on his 18-year record in the Senate. In particular, he talked about his work getting aid for New Jersey's recovery after Hurricane Sandy and helping hospitals stay on their feet during the pandemic. Those are just some of the things I look forward to talking about, Menendez said during an interview on the federal courthouse in Manhattan, where he is on trial. He declined to say whether he would caucus with Democrats or Republicans if he won. I guarantee you, if by some ungodly miracle, the stars align, everything goes perfectly, if he somehow won, which is not going to happen, he would be a Democrat. There's no way in hell he would become a Republican. Now, some people might argue, well, he was thrown under the bus by Democrats, so maybe he's so pissed off at them that he would caucus with Republicans. I highly doubt it, because Menendez isn't that moderate. He still votes Democrat like 98% of the time. If he was like an actual moderate like Jeff Van Drew, maybe it would make sense. Maybe. But he's not. He votes Democrat virtually all the time. So why would he caucus with Republicans? While it would be difficult to run as an independent, especially if his poll numbers that plummeted after his indictment do not improve, he said he would stack his record up against anyone in that race. Well, congratulations. Instead of losing by 40 points, you lose by 38 or whatever. He's not going to win. Let's be clear. I even think Menendez understands, yeah, there's no way in hell I'm going to win. But there's one reason I do think he's running. He wants to give Democrats the middle finger. This is a big FU to the Democrat Party. And he's the type of politician to do it. This is New Jersey. We're not talking about just some random state. We're talking about a corrupt New Jersey politician would you really be surprised if he only runs as an independent, right, to make a deal with Democrats to not prosecute him? Would you really be surprised by that? This is a corrupt New Jersey politician. That's an average Tuesday in New Jersey. So that's what I think he's really doing here. Other than maybe he wants to screw Democrats over and let Republicans win, but either way, I think the biggest reason he is really running is because he wants to make a deal with Democrats. Don't prosecute me and I won't run. Because now that he filed, he has 2 months to decide if he wants to run. There is a deadline on August 1st, I believe. So this gives him extra time to decide, okay, should I really run? Should I not? What are Democrats gonna give me to make me not run? Menendez has virtually no shot at winning re-election as an independent, and his fundraising has dried up since his indictment. As of May 15th, he had nearly $3.6 million in his campaign account, but he's expected to use much of that to pay his criminal defense lawyers. Just between April 1st and May 15th, he paid them $2 million from his campaign account. But I don't think the fundraising really matters, because everyone knows who Bob Menendez is. Yes, he has like a 2% approval rating, but people know who he is in New Jersey. So he doesn't have to spend tens of millions of dollars just to get his name recognition out there. People know, yeah, that's Bob Menendez. He's been our senator for 20 years or so. He's corrupt and he's not well liked, but he has the name recognition that most independent candidates would die for, even if it's negative, because, hey, universal name ID is better than no ID. While Menendez's political career is almost certainly done, his candidacy could give Republicans a better chance to win a Senate seat in New Jersey for the first time since 1972, though that would still be unlikely, and that's the reality of it. Even if Menendez runs, it's gonna be closer, but I just don't see Republicans winning. Now, it does give them their best chance in 50 years to win, but you're talking about such an unpopular guy run as an independent. Yeah, he's going to get a decent chunk of the vote, but is it going to be enough? An Emerson College poll in late March tested Menendez in a general election matchup between an unnamed Democratic and Republican candidate. Menendez gained 9% support to the Democrats' 49% and the Republicans' 42%. But black and Hispanic voters, important parts of the Democrats' coalition, were more likely than white voters to back Menendez. And that's the reality. He is going to win a bunch of Democrats over, right? Much more than Republicans, but it's not enough. Because even with 9% of the vote, let's say, yeah, he ends up with 9% of the vote. Well, let's assume that Trump loses New Jersey by 12 points. And let's use that as a starting point. Well, a 9-point shift still has Andy Kim winning by 3. That's the reality. If we assume that every voter Menendez wins is a Democrat, well, the Democrat still wins by 3. So even in that scenario, which I think 9% might be pushing it for Menendez, he might do better, but who knows? But either way, if he gets 9% of the vote, or even 10%, yeah, it would be super close, but Andy Kim would win. Menendez entered the Senate in 2006 and eventually rose to chair the Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. What a terrible decision that was. I mean, you give arguably the most corrupt senator that position. Yeah, that wasn't too smart. Now, in the defense of the Senate, I don't think anyone really understood that Menendez was that corrupt. No one thought that he was, getting gold bars from Egypt, getting cars from them. No one actually thought that was happening. But he was also dogged by corruption accusations and investigations throughout his tenure, including charges filed against him that he beat in 2017 thanks to a hung jury. And yeah, people forget about that. He only won that case because of a hung jury. It wasn't, he was found innocent. Nope, quite the contrary. He only survived because of a hung jury. If it wasn't for that, he would have been primaried out if he decided to run in 2018. And he probably would have ran as independent. But either way, he only survived because of a hung jury. That's the reality of it. But now, they have a much stronger case. Like, okay, dude, you just had gold bars magically appearing when you went to Egypt. You magically brought them home with you. Brand new cars that came out of the blue that no one knew about. Bags of cash just appearing in your front yard. Yeah, I wonder why people thought or think that Menendez is corrupt. I wonder why. It's because it's obvious. He took a bunch of bribes from Egypt. And the worst part about it is he can dictate policy on foreign relations because he chairs that committee. It's not like, you know, oh, he's on a random committee and he might be able to influence the policy. No, he chairs the Committee on Foreign Relations. Therefore, he can dictate how the committee functions, how it goes. And it makes you really wonder, like, okay, how deep does this go? Is it just Egypt? Or is it like Saudi Arabia? Is it Turkey? Who knows? How deep does the rabbit hole go? As of now, they think it's just Egypt, I think Qatar, but outside of that, who knows? He probably has deals with China, deals with Ukraine, who freaking knows at this point? But it seems like, though, he's cooked. Legally, I just don't see how he's found innocent. Just for the simple fact the evidence against him is so strong. It's not like, you know, oh, it's hearsay, they may not know if it's real or not. No. The evidence here is so strong that the only alternative to him, you know, being corrupt is actually the US government and the DOJ. They had a grand conspiracy to get Menendez out of the Senate by, you know, faking corruption charges against him. Like, they cooked this all up, it's all fake, just get rid of him. Is that possible with the current DOJ? I guess. It is certainly possible that could happen, but is it likely? I highly doubt it, because it sounds like Menendez knew that, yeah, he was getting mysterious gifts from Egypt when he was the chair of the Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. Yeah, I'm sure that it was a grand conspiracy by the DOJ. Now, we gotta wait to see what happens. He is innocent till proven guilty, I understand that, but as of now, the evidence says, yeah, he's probably guilty, but maybe he could survive. It would be hilarious if after all of this, it turns out, yeah, it was a grand conspiracy by the DOJ or whoever to take down Menendez. Which, if that's the case, that might explain why he's so pissed off with Democrats that, hey, they knew this was bullshit, and they decided to just let it happen to him. Maybe that's true. I don't think it is, but it could explain why he's so mad at them. I really think, though, it's just, he's petty. He's pissed off that he got caught, and his colleagues are not backing him. Because the evidence is so clear that he's a corrupt son of a bitch. A New Jersey politician being corrupt. What a shocking turn of events. But either way, we just got to see what happens in this race. I do think, though, Democrats are going to be a little bit worried about this seat now if Menendez does, in fact, run. Because, yeah, Andy Kim is a favorite, but if Republicans do so much better in New Jersey and Menendez does take, like, 10% of the vote, it is possible that, hey, maybe Republicans could pull off the upset in the state of New Jersey. We just gotta see what happens, but anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.